Morning, how you doing? I'm gonna try and not be too loud. Hopefully you can hear me well. Got my AirPods in today. People are still sleeping upstairs. Shh. Anyway, it's quite early. What time is it now? It's 7:15. I've been on Turbo Trainer today and I've been on it for around 20 minutes. So I'm halfway through my session. I've got just over 4 minutes for this update. It'll be a quick one. I know I tend to ramble on. My challenge to myself is not to ramble, so I try. So first thing I want to update you on. Everyone should be aware of the sad news of Captain Tom Moore sadly passing away yesterday. Great man. He managed to raise £33 million for the NHS while we were stood outside clapping. This man was walking as fast as he could at his very advanced age of 100 years, 99 I think at the time. He just turned 100 recently before his death, and he was walking around doing laps, and he managed to raise that much money. I think his target was a lot lower, but he managed it. So kudos to him. Salute you, sir, and rest in peace, and hope you have a safe passage. Another thing that happened yesterday, which has happened too often over the past few years, is my favourite club's defeat. So I'm an Arsenal supporter, and as you probably know, we lost yesterday. There's not much else to say. Football's not that great anyway, is it? To be honest. I used to like football a lot. That's strange. Oh, I think my Siri just activated because I was talking on my AirPods. Just activated. So strange. But anyway, sorry about that. Yeah, it's football's not that great, is it really? So, to be honest, I'm not that interested in it at the moment. When we start winning again, I probably will. But anyway, there you go. So I want to update you on that. In terms of, so a lot of people ask me, especially at work. So just checking the time. Okay, I've got a couple more minutes. Yeah, at work, they'll ask me that. You're in the Midlands, how are you an Arsenal supporter? How does that even make sense? So if you don't know, the Midlands, I live in Birmingham, in the Midlands, in England. And then in terms of my history, I was actually born and raised in London, so the capital, the big smoke. I mean, I love London. I still call it home often. It's kind of like home. Birmingham's home. London is always going to be home. Most of my family are there as well. My parents are there. My siblings are there, in various parts of London. And I was there for most of my life. It's still the best part of my life. It was in London, my younger years. And I remember when I was moving up to Birmingham, everyone was like, "What are you doing, mate?" Who does that? Who moves from London up to Birmingham, up to anywhere? Who moves out of London, basically? Who does that? Everyone is. You see it at work, at university. Everyone's moving down to London. People aren't moving the other way. So there was a lot of kind of ums and ahs from me, thinking, should I do this or not? And initially, what it was a temporary role. Just if I was on a graduate scheme, there was a placement essentially in Birmingham. I just needed to clear it, just to get the tick in the box, if you know what I mean. So I thought, okay, let me do a stint in Birmingham. At that point, I was moving around. So I was in Bristol for a bit. I was in Essex as well for a bit, and then Birmingham came up. I was up north as well, Leeds, for a little while. But Birmingham then landed, so I moved up to Birmingham. And I was in there. So at first I was with some cousins because it was just a placement, but then got extended. So I was like, oh, I need to find something a bit more permanent, if that makes sense, and don't want to be in people's way. People go to home, and suddenly another person comes in. You don't want to be doing that. So got my own place, got an apartment. So apartment living. In the centre of Birmingham, and I just fell in love with the lifestyle. The lifestyle was this. So I'd wake up. So let me compare. So I'd wake up in London, this was my lifestyle in London. So I wake up in London, and I was stressed. I was stressed because like I'm late. I know I'm going to be late. Something's going to make me late today. I need to get to work, but something's going to make me late. You know, if it's not me being slow. Sorry, I'm sweating like anything, so I just need to wipe my brow. So I'm like, you know, something's going to make me late. If it's not myself, it's going to be the tube. It's going to be something. Something's going to make me late. And, you know, I want to be on time. I want to be there. I want to be on time. I want to be working. You know, I want to be focused on my career. So that's what I was thinking at that point. And yeah, lo and behold, you know, it wasn't every day, but there'll be something. There'll be a signal failure. It was just completely cramped on the tubes. Oh, it was horrible. Remember the tubes? Oh man, it was horrible. I mean, I love London. I still love it. You know, I love the nightlife. Family are there, obviously. There's always something to do. You know, if you're bored, you can just go out and there's always something to do. Got to pay, but at least there's options. There's options, right? And I got so fed up with the tube. Right, that literally was a catalyst for me to start cycling. So it was in London when I started cycling. Started cycling to work. I know it's nuts, right? But that's where I started cycling. That's where I learned really how to take on the roads. It was like straight into the deep end. You know, London's one of the busiest cities in the world for traffic, and I was manoeuvring in and out of them. At first, I was obviously breaking it, but now I just get used to it. You just get used to it after a while. But anyway, so that's where I started my cycling as well. But then when I moved to Birmingham, I didn't have that. So I'd wake up, and the only person that's going to make me late is myself, because I had like a 15-minute walk to work. It's a 15-minute walk. You know, what was going to happen in between then? The traffic like would be on green for cars for a bit longer than I'm used to. That's about it, really. So that stress, you know, that morning stress, just went away. And when I think back, so yeah, when I thought about this update, I'm like, yeah, I'll talk about Arsenal for a brief moment, but then I knew that would be a segue into London. And I do often compare myself now to when I was in London, and it's just a lot less stress. And but to be honest, you know, people are living in London. That's great. It's a great city, especially when you're young. When I was young, I loved it. I mean, I studied there, went to uni there, and I started my career in London, and I wouldn't change it for anything. You know, it's just an amazing city, but you gotta manage it. You gotta manage the stress. There is a lot of stress involved as well, and you gotta manage that. And the way I managed, well, it took me a bit of time to understand. The way I got to manage that was that cycling in the morning and in the evening, before and after work, and having that kind of thinking space. It really did. It was a game changer, seriously. So, top tip: if you're stressed, just go for a walk, go for a run, go for a ride. Trust me, it's the best medicine. Just clear your mind. Anyway, guys, I've been rambling on. I've gone over my 5 minutes. I'm trying. Every day I'm going to challenge myself. 5 minutes, and I will try and keep to it. But anyway, guys, peace out and keep moving. Bye.